sitting here, standing here in the lower bowl where I see we have new seats and other things happening. Tell the folks what's going on here.
Well, so Ray, as you know, when we finished the U of A game last year, we had construction crews literally on site that afternoon and that night starting to take the thing down. And our contractor, Hunt & Son, have done a remarkable job. This morning we heard that they've got 650 guys and gals on site in this heat making this happen. So the rate of progress that these guys are making is kind of staggering. So when you and I leave town every once in a while and come back, the transformation of this place when you're gone 2 or 3 days is just miraculous. The concrete crews are on site every night at 1 o'clock in the morning. They've got a group that starts at 3, gets everything ready to go. Because of the heat, they're pouring between 1 and 5 o'clock in the morning, and they're just continuing on. So what we're going to see on this tour is kind of where we are with the bowl. As you guys can tell, the seats are already in. The lower bowl's complete all the way around. We've got one more section to pour. The roof is on the student athlete facility, and we're going to be game ready. Main concourse, as you guys can see today, is almost done. So, you know, we're real excited about where we are in the process, and the design team and Morgan's team with CPMG, they've done a great job of getting us where we are, and we will be playing football here September the 3rd. In terms of the amenities that we're going to have that are slightly different than what we've had previously is we've now got 18+ foot clear height ceilings, lots of cross ventilation. The area that we're standing in now, these are all going to be future ADA ramps at the top of the bowl. So our level of compliance for ADA, we're finally going to be caught up with the code, and this is going to be a great viewing opportunity.
Well, one of the things I always talked about it was the increased aesthetics of the venue. And just standing here, you look to the four corners and all of a sudden you have expansive views of the beautiful surrounding area.
Yeah, so all of our main concourse, which is really kind of what we started last year with the student end zone, and then we're taking literally 270 degrees all the way over to that side of the stadium. Now the main concourse is the thing that knits the whole building together. And the original idea that we all got sold on when we selected the architects was the exposure to the buttes. So as we go up the building in our tour today, you can literally reach out and touch a mountain, and when we get around to going to the east side next year, you're literally a hand's difference away from the butte. So instead of concourses upstairs, we've really got terraces, because that's what it's going to feel like when you're in this building. So the other question we're always getting is, what do we get for $256 million? And the answer is, when you got a stadium that started out as just this part in between the buttes in the 1950s, so a lot of the work that we had to do as we were bringing this back online is getting all the infrastructure in. We tore the lower bowl out in part to make it safer and be a better seating experience, but it was also the only way we could get Wi-Fi into the bowl.
Gotcha.
So from a fan experience standpoint, this year we will be all the way around 270 degrees with Wi-Fi in the bowl, as opposed to only the student section last year. The biggest change in the stadium, instead of having the seats go all the way back up and make you feel claustrophobic when you run the concourse, this is the spot that we promised you, which is you can now sit here and be able to see the whole way around the stadium, as opposed to just being able to see through the aisle and the vomitory.
Right.
The founder suites and stuff are up above us right here, but this begins to give you a sense of how opened up this entire thing's going to be, so that regardless of where you are on the concourse all the way around, by the time we get finished, you're going to be able to look out and see the field, as opposed to looking out and seeing some bad concrete block.
I love the complete walk around of the concourse. That was a key feature, and you're delivering. And we have in fact moved about 15 feet closer to the sideline, to the bench, to the player area.
So gone is the moat, and replaced by seats, so that, you know, with the double infernos and the fans closer to the field, this is going to be one nasty place to play football.
And next year when we do the east side, the same thing, right?
Yep, that's right.
Double inferno and sideline.
Double inferno and sandwich.
And sideline sandwich. Well, I want to thank Isaac for the great tour today. It really is getting me excited even more so. So we want to thank our fans for their patience as we go through this construction. This phase 2 is going to be phenomenal. I can't wait for kickoff. And then when we stand here in 2017 looking at a finished product, I think we're going to be as proud as anybody could be in all of the collegiate landscape when it comes to their place, their reinvented stadium, in our case, Sun Devils. Go Devils.